And now, with a riveting talk to inspire us and motivate us towards success, Professor Tangleson.
Happiness is blocking your success. Hello, I'm Dr. Tangleson with the Success Institute, and I'm here to give you the roadmap to success. Why the obsession with happiness? Does happiness really make you happy? I say no. Some of the most successful people are not happy, and could this be some sort of moralistic warning on greed? No, and also far from it. Looking at it from the right perspective, we'll find that it is actually a roadmap to success. In a recent study at the Success Institute, we found that some of the most successful, most powerful people are miserable, worried, paranoid, on medication, cannot have lifelong relations. Is this some sort of moralistic warning on greed? No, and far from it. Looking at it from the right perspective, we'll find that it is actually a roadmap to success. Let's talk fact. Most of the world's most successful people have had, at some point early on, some sort of tragedy, something that set them apart, something that made them shut down emotionally. Well, who says that you have to wait for a tragedy? Go out and get your own tragedy. Suddenly leave your spouse, burn your house down, contract an unpleasant disease. When you have a tragedy, you'll have completed your first step. Next. Make a show them list of all the people who you think to yourself, I'd like to show them. Make sure that you really, really hate every single person on this list. And if you cannot fully hate them, either learn to hate them or take them off, because there is no room for pussyfooting. And we need to be efficient. Next. Ritualize the beginning of your journey by committing a horrible act that becomes a secret that you cannot tell anyone. Examples: embezzle money, steal from your family, murder a friend or twin. The more horrible the secret, the better, because the harder you will have to work to stay ahead of the authorities. The name of the game is motivation. The more horrible the act, the more you are motivated, and thusly, the more successful you are able to become. Next, alienate your friends and family. There is not enough money for everyone, and being a member of a family or of a community is a liability, and it ties you down. Besides, all the time that you spend talking to other people is time that you could be spending thinking how you can rip somebody off. So, alienate your family and your loved ones. And that is your next step. Finally, think this to yourself: there is never enough. Write it down 100 times. Say it to yourself in the mirror in the morning. Get a tattoo. Most of the world's most successful people have at some point started feeling grateful for what they have. And it is at this point that they lose it all, because they started feeling gratitude. Don't be like those people. Stick with us. We are the winners. And as you can see by my suit jacket, I'm very successful. Thank you for your attention. I hate you all, and good night.
Thank you. That was really, really inspiring. That was so great. Oh, thank you, Matthew. I appreciate you getting those stools for us.
You're welcome.
Okay. Okay, we'll just,
He can leave now, right? I don't think he should stand there.
I want him here.
Okay, fine. I wouldn't do it that way, but fine.
Okay. So, thank you for joining us. This was wonderful. Let's give her another round of applause, shall we? This was really, really great. I, in my life, have struggled with a couple of your steps, because I read your book, and
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm having trouble with. All right, so I got the tragedy. I
Great.
did that one. I'm having trouble severing the family completely.
Of course.
Can you give us some tips on how we could really follow through on this one? Because they just keep calling, even when I change my number.
Absolutely. What I suggest in the alienation is to create lies about other family members and just sort of spread that seed. And eventually it'll all come back that you've been creating rumors and spreading lies. And for example, you can also sleep with your sister's husband, and if you do it enough times, your family will write you off.
Oh, okay. So just ignoring isn't enough. You probably have to kind of get a wedge in there.
Ignoring is best, but if you need to take a more proactive stance, I suggest sexual deviance as a wonderful means to drive your family away from you and stop all communications.
That's really good advice.
Thank you. I think it is
That's
as well.
wholesome. Yeah.
Are there any other issues that you're having?
No, that's really the only one. I really appreciate you being here today.
Thank you so much.
I think you've helped so many people in so many ways, and
I'm sure that I have.
And I hate you too.
Laughing is a sign of weakness.